Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, happy September the 11th, the Friday before the Super Bowl. I should be excited, but inflation, ladies and gentlemen, inflation. We're gonna get into that. I wanted to have like a fun Friday, but then finally now the media is talking about inflation, and now is when you start panicking a bit. Not panic. Well, kind of ready for it, but a lot like the normal people, the people that watch regular news are like, "Oh wow, the inflation! That's what they're talking about now. The inflation, the inflation." So, hey, what's up, Meet the Mets? Hey, good morning, Luann Petty, Kid Murray. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna hit the song, hit the theme song, and we're gonna get right to this. I was gonna go on Super Bowl, but I can't afford it. It's too expensive right now. But hit the theme song, DJ. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I got a place that all my friends like to go. Where I can better hear them with their wives back home. It's where they come when they want to get away. Sometimes with the pressures of life, you need to blow off steam late at night in a way that only a man can feel. Down at the man cave, sometimes it gets kind of hot. Quiet night. Down at the man cave, the walls are around and say, turn that thermostat off. It's my place, so when I say it goes. But we like to keep it on the down low. Wouldn't want the word to get around. Cause most people wouldn't understand the real ways of a real man. Well, these days, we're a rare breed. Down in the man cave, sometimes it gets kind of hot and the shirts come off. Down at the man cave, the wives all around will tell us, put them back on. Late at night, early in the morning, every day, a different story at the man cave. The man cave. Another night, another day. So much time wasted away with a man cave. A real man like me, the Latino, living life like Evil Knievel. Wouldn't believe all the risks that we had to take. A real man that's proud and brave, just taking all the things he craves. And where he gets it from, well, there's just one face. Down at the man cave, sometimes it gets pretty hot. Quiet night. Down at the man cave, the wives all around to say, well, turn that shit off. The man cave. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, happy February the 11th. Good morning, everybody. Good morning out there. Good morning, Meet the Mets, Luann Petty. Good morning, Kid Murray, Irina C., Loren Favela, FTW Nil, Daryl Levin, Mindy, Helbush. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. You want to get a shout out, participate in the comment section early or even towards the end of the show. I enjoy giving shout outs. I wouldn't be able to do the show if it wasn't for you guys tuning in. I really appreciate you guys for giving me time in your morning as you're commuting to work. If you're at work watching me, I appreciate you get paid while you watch me. The reason for the show, 90 minutes while I get you to work. You know, I used to commute to work 90 minutes. It would take me from from the Bronx to Brooklyn. So I wanted to make a show in the mornings where you could watch while you're at work, waking up,
and get a little bit of the news, some of the social issues, political issues going on, and we have some fun of it. We like to call it around here edutainment. So good morning, Thirsty Drunk. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Bowl is upon us. We're supposed to be excited, cheering, woo! But ladies and gentlemen, have you been to the gas station lately? Have you been to the supermarket lately? Good morning, Hobo Chili Recipe. Good morning, cheeseburger. Good morning, Hobo Chili Recipe. Ladies and gentlemen, have you filled up your gas tank? Let me know in the chat how much you're paying for regular gas or premium where you live. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at $3.09, the cheapest. I'm gonna go put some gas today. So hopefully still $3.09, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, we got inflation, folks. The media is now talking about inflation. We're gonna go to Fox Business. We rarely talk any business here. Right now, we're not gonna talk about the crime in New York because whatever, man. I mean, whether it's inflation or you're gonna get robbed or stabbed in New York, one way or another, we're probably gonna lose our money this year. Whether it's gonna be through crime or Joe Biden, one way or another, we're gonna start losing our money this year, ladies and gentlemen. It has begun since last year. So, ladies and gentlemen, and then we have this old man, Joe Biden. What the hell is he doing? He doesn't answer any question. He doesn't raise up any morale, any confidence. I'm gonna say something, but I don't know if I should say it. I don't know. We have hope, ladies and gentlemen. Like, like, is there a way out of this? Is there a solution? Is there a fix? Is there anybody that could run for office? No. This is bad, folks. This is really, really bad. And now that the media is actually talking about it, not just Fox News or Fox Business, others. But for now, let's just start with Fox Business.
Joining me now, Missouri Congressman Jason Smith. He's a ranking member of the House Budget Committee. Congressman Smith, good morning. Your reaction to Biden's kind of dismissal of Lester Holt and all the Americans who are hurting, who are seeing their wages fall when adjusted for inflation?
The president needs to come to outstate America, to real America, to experience what everyday Americans facing whenever they go to the grocery store to put food on their table, clothes on their backs, or gasoline in their cars. The check engine light is on and flashing in Biden's economy. We, as Americans, are facing the highest spike in prices in 40 years. We've surpassed $30 trillion in debt. Businesses have a chronic worker shortage. And then, of course, the supply chain crisis is nowhere to an end. And it's all the result of Biden's economy.
Senator Joe Manchin, Democrat, telling the Biden administration and the Federal Reserve to, quote, do something on inflation. This is the White House is said to be asking Congress to pass more federal COVID relief funding. Is it really COVID relief? It's just spending. Manchin, the senator, writing this.
Let's check out Biden, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what our young, intelligent president is saying. Just like the pigeon is young and skinny, Biden is young and sharp, as skinny and young as the pigeon is. Where's Joe Biden?
The fact is that we're in a situation now where, you should have peace of mind. I know food prices are up, and we're working to bring them down. As I said, I grew up in a family where the price at the pump went up, you filled it, and I understand.
No, you don't.
These things are necessities. We're working to bring down prices where they're not totally what families, in fact, have to pay now.
Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell is this president saying? Shout out to all the people that voted for Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all of you, 87 million of you that voted for Joe Biden. Let's take a look.
Say, I told you to do Biden. How we done lost a damn vote? We done lost a vote. That's gonna go to Trump. He vote independent. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know what I said do when you go in there. You go.
That's what I did.
No, you didn't. You voted independent.
This shit funny.
I told you. I said go Democrat Biden. Now there's a fucking vote that we done lost that can fucking go to Trump.
This is why I don't do politics. And I will never do this again.
He said he ain't gonna vote again. Oh.
Thank you for those that voted for Biden. Just like that mother, right, is trusting her own child. Don't vote independent. Vote Democrat. Vote Democrat because them Democrats are going to help us. Democrats love black people. Democrats love Hispanics. No, they don't. Democrats are a bunch of liars. They keep saying this for years and years and years and vilify the other side. Oh, we're here to help you. We're here to help you. Now you got the celebrities on the Democrat side, on the rich people side. You got all these rich people telling us what to do. Don't you see what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Right now, today, 2022, I don't want to hear from any Democrats, any liberals trying to defend none of this. You can't defend this. Go to the gas station. Go to the supermarket. We're paying more for stuff and our wages aren't going up. This is not, it's going to get fixed no. This is now affecting people, right? When that thing happened in Afghanistan around September, the soldiers dying, a lot of people, to be honest, a lot of people didn't care. I don't care. I'm still watching my games. I'm still getting gas. I'm still buying this. I'm still buying that. Now people are seeing it with their eyes. What do you mean? The $2 trillion that passed is one of the reasons we got inflation, because the government keeps spending money. And what did we talk about, ladies and gentlemen? Joe Biden spending $30 million on crack pipes this week, right? This government, I think the $2.9 trillion, only like 9% of it went into COVID. The rest, where did it go? Where did the rest of the money go? Just like $1 billion went into waste in New York City to help the homeless, and it didn't help anybody. These Democratic politicians, all they do is beg, make you blacks and Hispanics the victims. Oh, we need more money to help them out. And they never help out. They take that money, they pocket it, and they laugh at you, right? When you out there voting for Biden, Black Lives Matter out there voting for Biden, fighting for the Democrats, and this is what they fought for. All those marches against Trump, right? No justice, no peace, right? This is what all those marches got you. High inflation, high crime. Wow, all of you that supported Black Lives Matter and all that pride garbage and resist Trump, the trumpet Pence regime, whatever. I'm hyped, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little hyped this morning. I'm also on some crossroads right now. It's a little stressful how things are expensive. It's a little stressful. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we have to survive this. But can you imagine the stress on families right now? What do they got to go through? Go to work, probably get a second job. It's stressful, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I want to stop by and think about it. What we're gonna do to survive? I don't have a solution. I don't know. We're just talking here. We're just a group of people talking right now. Hey, what's up, baby? Oh, so let's go back to this news report real quick. What's up, papito? I wonder if my cat feels the inflation. Well, he's been eating dry food lately, so yeah, you got to feel the inflation too.
Quote, only in Washington, D.C. do people seem to think that spending trillions more of taxpayers' money will cure our problems, let alone inflation. Congressman, your reaction to that?
You absolutely cannot spend your way out of inflation. Only Joe Biden
shout out to Smokey
spend $2 trillion on COVID And as a nation, we're less prepared. It's insane. It's probably because the original $2 trillion COVID package, less than 9% went towards COVID spending. But you know what? They spent more money, like $2 million to plant trees in Syracuse or $16 million for a golf course in Palm Beach.
You see where they spend that money? 16 million on the golf course, 2 million, right? Kids don't have books. Growing up, right? Oh, we need money for the kids, for the schools, right? I remember when growing up, they always used that. All the politicians, we need money for the kids. We need money for the kids. Now, we need money for racial equity, racial equality. I'm tired of your racial equality, all that. Thank you, Smokey. Appreciate for the coffee, man. Man, that's only gonna buy me a small coffee, man. I can't even get the large coffee anymore for $4.99, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting the small 50-cent coffee for $4.99. I appreciate it with these inflation prices. Jeez, man. It's getting expensive out here, ladies and gentlemen. And you got this idiot, Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen. And Kamala Harris.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
Thank you, Smokey, for helping out with the inflation, ladies and gentlemen.
Give me a break. They actually moved $2 billion of COVID money that was supposed to go towards testing to house illegals at the southern border. It's unacceptable.
To house illegals. This administration cares more about illegals and people who cannot vote more than they care about actual U.S. citizens, ladies and gentlemen. As a United States citizen, as a legal Latino, ladies and gentlemen, what is the Biden administration doing for me? Right? You got people crossing into the border, getting hotels, getting flown around wherever they want to go. Hey, where do you want to go? You want to go to New York? All right. We'll get you on a plane. Where you want to go? You want to go to Florida? All right. We'll put you on a plane to Florida. Good morning, Mysterious.
Brian, jump in.
Yeah, Congressman, forget about any more money appropriated for this. You already have hundreds of billions of dollars that have yet to be spent from the previous rounds of so-called COVID relief that's going to flow into the economy this year.
Never.
The problem is we're already set up for higher inflation going into this year. Really, the only thing that helps us out of it is if in a radical way, businesses open up, workers go back to work at a faster rate, and people get out and spend money on services, not just goods, Congressman. But the president is so far behind on this. He is behind people in his own party who are getting it. He won't get it. He won't provide leadership. And as a result, it looks like we're going to open up too slowly. Congressman, is there anything you can do from your perch to push him and push the country to open up supply and really start to get this under control?
We have to continue to push. Like you said, the president has been a day late and a dollar short in every action. There's more than $500 billion of money that's still out there from the original COVID packages that have not been spent.
There you go.
Where inflation is right now, it's 7.5%. It's the highest in 40 years. But I'm really concerned under the policies of this administration that we're going to see double digits this year if he does not stop the spending spree and does not address the supply chain crisis. We have real issues facing Americans. That's what we need to focus on. Unfortunately, this administration is focused on the most woke, elitist policies and not those policies that directly affect working class Americans.
Christian, get in.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what's the GOP willing to do? You mentioned a $30 trillion deficit, a little less than that if you take out intergovernmental debt, but it's still way higher than an entire year's GDP. We had $3 trillion deficits in 2021, and we still have $1 trillion deficits as far as the eye can see. You know, the Tea Party was kicked off in 2010 by $1 trillion in excess spending. A generation earlier, Ross Perot had an insurgency. Seems like this is one.
Now I wanted to play the Joe Biden snapping. Where is it? Where is the Joe Biden snapping? Thought I had that clip ready to go. Joe Biden called Lou Holtz a wisecrack, a wise guy. What's that clip? A one-on-one with Biden right here, ladies and gentlemen. These journalists are actually doing their jobs now, ladies and gentlemen. They're calling out the president. I don't even feel comfortable calling this idiot the president, honestly.
Well, you're being a wise.
Back in July, you said inflation was going to be temporary. I think a lot of Americans are wondering what your definition of temporary is.
Well, you're being a wise guy with me a little bit, and I understand that's your job.
Back in July, you said.
So when these Democrats get asked a question, a real honest question, they get offended. They call you a wise guy. Like, hey, why are you asking me this question? Come on, MSNBC. Come on. It's me, baby. Joey, baby. It's me. Come on. Why are you being a wise guy? I was trying to watch Donnie Brasco yesterday. I would have had some better. Well, Netflix started acting up, so I couldn't watch Donnie Brasco yesterday. But I was just channeling some Al Pacino in there. But ladies and gentlemen, like, you cannot ask these people any question. You got Jen Psaki gets mad when you ask her a question. Joe Biden gets mad. Kamala Harris gets mad when you ask her a question. Like, why did we elect these people? Who elected these people? How did these people get into office? Did they really win? Is this what the American people really wanted, right? Like, just like the mother said, right? Like the mother said.
Say, I told you to do Biden.
I told you to do Biden, right? Just like a lot of BLM moms are telling everybody to do, right?
Say, I told you to do Biden.
Right? They told us to do Biden, right? BLM, Black Lives Matter, they told us to do Biden.
Inflation was going to be temporary. I think a lot of Americans are wondering what your definition of temporary is.
Well, you're being a wise guy with me a little bit, and I understand that's your job.
President Biden called NBC journalist Lester Holt a wise guy Thursday when the veteran TV anchor pointed out the obvious, that Biden erroneously said high inflation would be a temporary and that instead it surged to a new 40-year fix. Look, my cat is attacking me now. He unbuckled my shirt, ladies, and now he's attacking me. Ginger, what the hell? Why are you biting me? Look at him. Why are you biting me? I don't know. My cat's been crazy today. What is the inflation? Why are you biting me? The one thing Ginger has never done, he has never scratched my face. The day he scratches my face, woo, right? Not the face. You can scratch my arms, you can scratch my legs. Better not scratch my face. Dad tore from school board meeting after refusing to wear a mask. We're still fighting over this mask stuff. Check out some top news here. Man sleeping with sister kills her after she has sex with other man. The hell is this? I'm trying to go over some other stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to switch it up a bit. Texas. Oh, why gotta be Texas? Texas man sleeping with his own sister kills her after she has sex. My cat, you distracted me now. Jose Manuel Guzman allegedly killed his sister with a baseball bat. A Texas man who has been sleeping with his own sister beat her to death with a baseball bat after he found out she had sex with another man. She couldn't keep it in the family. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. This brother was being good to his sister, sleeping with her. Wow, this is weird. And she went out and slept with somebody else. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Jose Manuel Guzman, 32, allegedly killed his sister in the Cantolillo household. They shared when he attacked her with a massage instrument and a bat. So this happened in El Paso County. Guzman allegedly snapped after he learned of his blood sister, being with a male friend who visited a night earlier. He then tried to mop up the blood in the home and fled as he heard law enforcement approaching, according to the Times. He was later arrested and slapped with a murder charge and is jailed on a $1 million bond. Oh, wow, this is sad. Prosecutors said Guzman is from Guatemala and is a legal U.S. resident. Although he is not a U.S. citizen, he has lived in El Paso since he was 3 years old and only recently learned that he had a sister in Guatemala. They met and allegedly began a sexual relationship. What the hell is this? El Paso prosecutor said Guzman was a drug dealer with previous criminal charges, including a 2017 case where he was accused of breaking a man's arm with a baseball. Keep the baseball bats away from this guy. With a baseball bat and smashing his windows. He also reportedly has previous family violence and possession cases. Yeah, we need more of these into the country, ladies and gentlemen. We need more of these in the country. Luis Guzman. Yeah, Luis Guzman. So this with the neck tattoos. Like, he could even get a bald eagle. He got an owl. What a loser. You could even be more American. You should have got the bald eagle. Neck tattoos are stupid, man. I never understood these neck tattoos. I got tattoos on my chest, but, I don't. Just a couple. All right, Ginger, you got to get the hell out of here, man.
Amazing is what you're talking about. It's taking responsibility when we get things wrong and stopping that action and doing it differently. And when you look at where the numbers are for the president on this issue, Senator Kennedy, you know that the American people are not happy with him about this. And the hits just keep on coming for Biden. Inflation soaring over the last year and last month, hitting its highest rate in more than a generation, hammering American families and wiping out pay raises. Consumer prices jumped 7.5% last month. That's a whopping 435% spike from 1 year ago and the biggest increase since February of 1982. A top White House economic advisor admits it's not good. Let's watch.
His first thoughts here are, what kind of stressors is this creating for family budgets, for households? And he knows that those stresses are real and that they're highly elevated.
And as everything is getting more expensive, gasoline prices are on the rise again, too. Today, the average price for a gallon of regular unleaded is $3.48, up $1 from this date last year. Senator Kennedy, we have ground ourselves into a nightmarish halt in terms of inflation.
Well, we have. And let me say quickly on immigration, most Americans support legal immigration. I do. That's why we admit over 1 million people a year. More than any other country. Now, in terms of inflation, look, as I've said to you before, Harris, I like President Biden. I'm just not sure we can afford him. So far, the best evidence of the existence of the Biden administration has been the damage they leave in their wake. Exhibit A is inflation. It's the most pernicious tax imaginable. It waterboards middle Americans and those among us who are at the lower end of the wage scale. It's not complicated. We told President Biden when he passed, with all Democratic support, no Republicans, his $1.9 trillion emergency COVID bill, which had nothing to do with COVID, has more to do with crack pipes. We said, if you do that, we don't need it. It's going to cause inflation. It did. And now, as I've said before, President Biden wants to stuff more diapers down the toilet. He wants to pass the Build Back Better bill, which is $5 trillion. We've got too much money chasing too few goods. And if he passes Build Back Better, we'll have 20% inflation. And then the Federal Reserve is going to have to raise interest rates so high that it's going to throw us into a recession. This is not complicated. Democratic economists have told the Biden administration this. Unless you slept through Econ 101, it's one of the first things they teach you in the first week.
You mentioned the White House and all of this and pushing back on just what makes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just want you to hear about the inflation. It's something serious because this is something that affects us everywhere. We got to pay more. We're not getting paid more. We got to pay more with gas, electricity, rent. My rent is going up 8%. Gas is going up. Everything is going up. You might say, it's just 10 cents. It's just $5. But you start adding everything. It's not just one thing going up anymore. Remember, before it used to be just gas going up. Gas is more expensive. It's okay. It's only $5 more at the pump, $10 more at the pump. Now it's gas. Now it's bread. Now it's milk. Now it's eggs. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't gone to my chiropractor because he raised it from $40 to $60. He used to charge me $40. So I used to go twice a month and I was paying $80 for a chiropractor. I'm not going. Now he's charging me $60 for one session. That's the same price as almost as two. So I got me the Chirp. It's been working well for me. I probably won't see my chiropractor till next month in March. I'm just trying to get an adjustment every month for every couple of months. I can't afford that, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is going up. I've been eating differently this year. And shout out to my parents who came to visit me earlier in January. They left my fridge filled up. they filled it up. And since they left, I've been eating everything that's been on my fridge. And then today, I think it was like 2 weeks ago they were here, 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm learning, like, I'm just gonna do one good shopping and try not to shop throughout the week. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out, how to save money. That's why I do this YouTube show. This YouTube is also a job. I do it. It's therapeutic. I enjoy waking up, doing a show in the morning. I get a kick out of it. It's very therapeutic because I have a lot of things in my mind. And you guys sponsor the show. I appreciate it. That's why I appreciate you guys tuning in. So, like when the pigeon says, oh, get a job, get this. What job? You don't live in America, pigeon. As a matter of fact, let's take out our frustration on the pigeon, ladies and gentlemen. With all this inflation going on, let's go laugh at the pigeon, ladies. Let me know if you want me to go. We should go laugh at the pigeon, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but I was gonna talk a little bit of the Super Bowl, but I just feel like we need to vent a little bit. And what other person to vent on, like the pigeon, right? Just laughing at that idiot, a congressional candidate running for office being petty. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the pigeon, let's go to the Pigeons District, which is in Los Angeles, the Super Bowl
Stadium, and all of Los Angeles from the sky and the coast to keep everyone safe at the Super Bowl. When you talk,
so now look, now they got border protection for the Super Bowl. For the Super Bowl, they got border protection. They got cops. They got everybody for the Super Bowl. For the border, don't worry about it. They don't have anybody for this. Is disgusting.
Talk about a venue this size, this kind of event.
Look at this guy. I'm B. Tucker. I'm the director. We're gonna keep the Super Bowl safe, but we're not going to keep the border safe. You do not protect the border. Shut the hell up, man. These guys are a bunch of frauds.
Has got to be perceived as a potential target.
Absolutely. That's why we're here.
Like past Super Bowls, the game is designated a Tier 1 threat level. I took flight with U.S. Customs and...
No, that's actually cheap, man. Samantha, my rent was raised $300, so now I pay... I wish I was paying $1,750 for a 4-bedroom house. That's cheap. That's cheap. That's cheap. Yeah, it's still cheap because 17. I'm about to start paying $1,250 for 1 bedroom. So for 3 more bedrooms, $500, that's pretty cheap. In today's standards, even though that's still expensive. That's a lot of money, unless you're sharing it. And then the thing about a 4-bedroom, you gotta. Hey, good morning, lovely assistant. Good morning, the lovely assistant. You gotta rent the rooms out. I'm not renting any rooms out. I'm not chill.
Border protection.
Air and Marine Operations will have 4 aircraft flying on Super Bowl Sunday above Los Angeles and SoFi Stadium. They will be the eye in the sky for law enforcement.
Among the many landmarks being patrolled, the Port of Long Beach and Los Angeles International Airport. There's also LA's spectacular Getty Center Museum.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you know about this museum? When I was in Los Angeles, I had the pleasure of driving through this highway in traffic, and I noticed this big hotel, right, on the hills. This big museum. I mean, it's a museum on this hill. I heard some stuff about this.
This massive surveillance camera fixed on the outside of this chopper offers a macro close-up of ground activity.
Why don't they use these helicopters at the border? How come we don't have helicopters flying around the border? This is strange, right? So they put the SoFi Stadium.
There's the LA Convention Center hosting this week's Super Bowl festivities.
So there's the LA Convention Center. They're going to host the Super Bowl stuff. And then you got these buildings. I wonder what goes on in these streets.
And that's SoFi Stadium.
What you see right now is that aircraft flying right over SoFi now. It's a very congested airspace.
The agents are on constant watch in the air and sea for any suspicious activity around the Super Bowl stadium. Customs and Border Protection.
Around the Super Bowl stadium. Around the Super Bowl stadium.
Is taking Super Bowl security to the water, patrolling up and down the coast from SoFi Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, they don't even protect the border this way.
Today, I'm also aboard the U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Interceptor vessel.
You know why they got to protect the Super Bowl? You got the elites of the elites going to the Super Bowl on Sunday. You got the richest people in the world going to the Super Bowl. You got the elites, ladies and gentlemen. I just showed you that hotel. I mean, the museum. All the elites hang out in Los Angeles. This game is for them. This is for the elites. This is not for you and I. This is for the elites. Yes, we're going to spend the money on the big screen TV. We're going to spend it on food. We're going to spend it on beers. But this game is for the elites, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the protection that they're getting. We don't even get this kind of protection. You think Detroit, you think New York gets this kind of protection? They got 4 birds in the skies. They got boats up and down the water. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't even the Border Patrol is not even at the border anymore. They're protecting this stadium. Right? Remember, they wanted to defund the police, and they're all protecting this stadium. This is crazy.
If they're riding low in the water, there appears to be an exorbitant amount of people on board. We're looking for anything that's going to stick out and give us a red flag.
Back on land, excitement is building for the big game. Inside Edition's special Super Bowl correspondent, Cheryl Burke from Dancing with the Stars, is getting into the spirit.
What?
Cheryl raced Inside Edition's Victoria Racano in the 40-yard dash at the Super Bowl NFL Experience.
That's it. She wins.
Check out her celebratory end zone dance. And Cheryl also showed off her quarterback throwing arm.
Woo! You did it.
Well, Looks like Cheryl's had a lot of football players inside of her to get those skills. Shout out to Cheryl, man. Ladies and gentlemen, they protect they protect this Figueroa Street, right? I don't know. I played this street before, right? Figueroa Street. So this was 24 hours ago, ladies and gentlemen. This is by SoFi Stadium, Figueroa Street. So this is Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen, by around SoFi Stadium. I don't know how close, but look, if you go to Los Angeles for the Super Bowl, you could get yourself a nice. And she's holding a baby. You can get you can find a streetwalker, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen. I don't know, ladies. But you just drive around LA. Look at this. Look how beautiful LA is, right? Oh, you got the people making loud music. This is LA, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, Figueroa Street. Where's Figueroa Street? Is it around SoFi Stadium? SoFi. So Figueroa Street is in downtown. So where's okay, so the stadium is in Inglewood. SoFi Stadium. So Figueroa Street is right up to 110 to SoFi Stadium. All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to find you a busy one. Let's go find a busy one. Let's go find a busy one with some action. Hold on. Human trafficking, ladies and gentlemen. Figueroa Street. Here we go. So this is going on in LA, right? You got all those cops. You got all those cops for the Super Bowl, but for a regular day in LA, there's no protection.
What up, Street Ed subscribers and new viewers? So, Street Ed exposes how some pimps or human traffickers harass, intimidate, and in some cases attempt to abduct workers from the blade. In this scene, 3 pimps approach a worker from 3 different directions, and then a 4th pimp attempts to run the girl over onto the sidewalk. Sometimes pimps run over the girls, take their purses, phones, and shoot them with paintball or BB guns. In other cases, the girls are run over by other cars because they have no choice but to run onto the middle of the street to avoid intimidation, extortion, robbery, and abduction. In this scene, a worker is negotiating with a John when a pimp begins to harass and intimidate the worker. She tries to walk away, but the pimp is relentless and pursues her
Look at these young girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Up and down the block, yelling obscenities at her. Eventually, the John in the white truck gets out of his vehicle and walks down the street to try to comfort the girl, which could be dangerous because pimps are usually armed and will stop at nothing to protect what they perceive as their property or territory.
Imagine living in this house, ladies and gentlemen. You have to deal with this.
The pimp recklessly backs his car up on the wrong side of traffic without care for traffic, community residents, the John, or the worker. For the pimp or human trafficker, it's a scandalous business that requires scandalous acts. For the pimp, heels pay bills. So get in these wheels, wifey, and work for Big Daddy and nobody else. Pimps or P's refer to themselves as Big Daddy or Daddy. And the workers are wifey. Some P's
Look at this young girl, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
have multiple wives. The P's psychologically exploit the workers. Vulnerability by claiming to elevate their minds, self-esteem, and provide clothing, lodging, and protection. In turn, the workers, or wifeys, make big money for Big Daddy. They bring racks upon racks for Big Daddy, and the P usually does not return a fair portion of the revenue to the wifey. P's will traffic the workers from city to city across the country, staying in rundown hotels, using fake IDs to check in and out of hotels, and paying strictly with cash, leaving no paper trail. In this scene, to the left of your screen, is a creepy John carrying what appears to be a gun tucked into his pants. He approaches and intimidates this Latino worker. The girl's tough as nails. She does not back down from his threats. She steps to the side of him, then lifts his shirt, and bam, there's the gat. The John thinks that it's going to scare her, but this girl's tough. She does not back down and pushes the creep away from her. At this point, you will notice that some of the girls have homegirls back, while the one in the white is about to dip out. Classic flight or fight syndrome. The girl in the blue denim is down for her homie. She rolls up on the creepy John and stands behind him. Eventually, the creep dips and the girls continue working in order to make money to survive. In this scene, a pimp approaches a red light, then drives onto the oncoming traffic lane. And
So, ladies and gentlemen, this
communities
this is going on in LA, right? On a regular basis, even before the Super Bowl. This is going on. This is LA. Look at the cops. They're just standing out there like it's nothing. Like this is America. It's decaying, ladies and gentlemen. Like it's already has decayed. Like from within, America has been like poisoned and destroyed, from the schools to elected officials. It's gonna take generations to fix this, man. Not one man could fix this, man. This is, yeah, I know this is like the oldest business in the world, the oldest profession in the world. But now it's just so common. I think they even have it in New York. I could even pull up New York City. I wonder how they do it in the cold though, New York. Haven't seen this in New York in a while. Hunts Point. There used to be also they do have it in Queens. Oh, so they do have someone in New York City. So this is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even see the ones in New York City.
Inside. Sometimes they wear schoolgirl uniforms. They're not contributing to the community. What if they have COVID?
Jesus Londono lost his mother Maria to coronavirus in April 2020. So he's upset about what he's seeing along Roosevelt Avenue in East Elmhurst, where women in face masks linger in short skirts and boots, closely watching their phones as the number 7 train rattles overhead, quietly directing men to a massage parlor on the 2nd floor. The pandemic did not stop a demand for sex or the scourge of human trafficking.
I've listened to victims tell me that they have had to have sex with 25 to 50 individuals in one day.
Are they working out of apartments, houses, storefronts? How does it work?
All of the above.
Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, recently profiled a sex worker named Tonya who was being trafficked by her boyfriend to get child support money.
After he started to make me do it every night, I'd drink, I'd do whatever drugs he had just to clear my mind.
And they have taxi drivers who drive the traffic girls around to locations.
Managers, bosses, and traffickers are in this to make money, still wanting to force and coercing women to provide sex services despite the public health crisis.
Hayrick Research recently studied online ads and estimated 11,000 illicit massage businesses, IMBs, are now operating in the U.S., more than pre-pandemic days. The group found 629 IMBs in New York City alone.
For every Starbucks, you have really 2 illicit massage businesses.
But that ratio skyrockets in Queens.
If you look at Queens County, that number
Crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go from one street walk, a segue from one to another. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Let's laugh a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cover the pigeon, ladies and gentlemen. From the hookers of New York and Los Angeles to the hookers of Tijuana, ladies and gentlemen.
This all is because, as funny as it seems, this has made national headlines. You know, some of this stuff has made national headlines.
So right here, the pigeon is very. This is the 5th video. I think it says jealous Paloma, 5th rant about Oscar El Blue on 2/10/22 after he appeared on National USA News. So I guess Oscar El Blue appeared on Fox News or something. And the pigeon got really, really jealous and upset. So she went crazy on the internet yesterday, just posting about Oscar yesterday. She went wild, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I saw on that video on that Leone page, like all these videos posted. I was like, that's a lot of videos to watch.
And the reason why it's made national headlines is because I don't give up, right? The reason why it's made national headlines and the reason why, no matter what they try to do to me, I don't give up is because I'm very, very, very persistent. I don't like people messing with me for no reason. I mean, when
nobody messes with you for no reason. There's a reason why people mess with you, pigeon. You ruffle people's feathers the wrong way. You get into people's lives. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. I bet if you would leave people the hell alone, people will leave you alone too. Stop making your stupid videos. Actually, don't stop because we won't have nothing to laugh at. Leave people alone. You harass people. You know who you are who harass the most? Men you allegedly didn't sleep with, right? The men you say you didn't sleep with you, you bothered them. You harassed them. You keep bothering men that you say did not sleep with you. You keep saying that. You keep attacking, attack. Maybe if you would just shut the hell up and leave people alone, stay in your country, right? Become a tamalera. Go sell some tacos. Go sell some candies. Go sell some chiclets. How about you get a job, pigeon, and leave Americans alone? Enough is enough with you. You harass. And for the people that don't see this about her, I don't know what to tell about you. I really don't. If you don't see how messed up in the head she is, I don't know what to say, right? You got respected journalists out here calling her this. Respected journalists.
I've been trying to connect with you for the past month and a half. I know you had an issue with a crazy woman, and I really don't want to talk about the crazy woman because the crazy woman is not important here. What's important is what Oscar Blue is reporting on and what you've been exposing the world to.
And she attacks Oscar El Blue every hour, every day. She just keeps attacking Oscar El Blue because you know why? He has become successful. He's on the news every night. He's the one being seen by millions of people, where she's only being seen by us when we laugh at her. You make these videos for your self-validation, to make yourself feel good, to get your 1 or 2 likes. You go get them, girls. That's what a narcissist does on social media. Seeks for validation. There's honestly something wrong in your head. You need a psychiatric evaluation. As a matter of fact, let me put my disclaimer.
Jealousy, when insecurity, when greed, when evilness is your motor. You know, like if I've done something to you, then by all means, you know. But when you're a fraud, and I call you out on a fraud 3 years ago, and you're so unchristian that you never got over it. I mean, I noticed a fraud 3 years ago. I did, you know, I had purchased my ticket to go to DC to a rally. Okay. I spent, I don't know, probably about $450 round trip for my ticket. I got an email from a lady or a message from a lady who told me she had spent $7,000 between plane tickets and her hotels and everything, because apparently she was traveling with a family of like 8 people to this rally in DC. And when you have a fraud,
you notice something when she lies, her dogs bark. Listen to her videos. The dogs are always barking. The dogs want to be rescued. The dogs hate her. Nobody likes you, Pigeon. Get that through your head. Nobody likes you. Nobody. This is for educational, entertainment, and informational use only. This is a congressional candidate because she likes to show these videos to court. She likes to take people to court, go to police precincts, like the cops are really going to stop to help you out. While all the cops are being defunded, you think they're going to take time to help out a middle-aged, fat Mexican lady with no kids on her Facebook drama? You really think the cops are going to stop and pay attention to you? There's a lot of things going on in America. We got inflation. We got an idiot president, but you don't know what's going on in America. You don't live in America. You live in Mexico. Why don't you just stay on that side of the border and worry about Mexico? Leave people in America alone. Leave people alone. Nobody wants you here. Nobody wants you in America. Stay in Mexico. Your mother doesn't want you. Nobody wants you. Your own family doesn't want you. You have no pictures with families. Your family hates you. Nobody likes you. Everybody that it's your enemy or your hater was once your friend. You have nobody you can call friend. You have no friends. People hate you because you backstab people. You are one evil person. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. Enough is enough, Pigeon. Go away. Go away. Honestly, I don't even want to do more videos on this Pigeon because she just gets more evil and evil and evil. I am telling you this, ladies and gentlemen. She just needs to like worry about Mexico. Leave people alone. She likes to take people to court. She likes to file police restraining order. Like, man, she's crazy, man. Like, oh man, like
doing the Pigeon.
Cancel that rally just because she's not getting her way and trying to act like a celebrity, and I call you out on it. I have my reason, you know. I guess I saw early on what was going on. So anyway, I feel all of this is really funny only because if I was so not hitting their buttons, they wouldn't take the time to do all the things that they're doing, you know. And remember this Oscar L. Felon guy is going to interfere in American politics. I mean, not through his, you know, fake news that he picks his.
And I bet you the Pigeon.
This Oscar L.
I bet you the Pigeon's probably watching this. Leave people alone. Nobody wants nothing to do with you. Leave people alone. Try this, Pigeon. Try not making videos for a week. If you're gonna make videos on your dogs. Make videos on your stupid campaign, which you're not even gonna get one vote because you can't even vote for yourself. You don't even live in California, right? You don't live in California. You don't live in America. So how the hell are you running for Congress if you live in Mexico? You've been living in Mexico for what, 13, 11 years. You don't live in this country. So leave us alone. Leave us Americans alone, you dirty pigeon. You dirty Tijuana pigeon. Leave people alone. With your fake teeth and your nostril beak nose. Leave people alone. Jeez, man.
He's going to interfere in American politics. This is where I do agree. I do kind of agree with Facebook, where no foreign nationals should interfere in American politics or domestic
What's up,
politics.
Nookie Nish?
I agree with that, you know. And
good morning, Nookie Nish.
remember
Nice
this.
to see you here.
A deported drug trafficker. Remember this. Remember my words, okay? And save this.
Yeah, remember your stupid words because you repeat it over and over again. You middle-aged Mexican, overweight middle-aged Mexican woman with no kids. We overheard you. You say it every day. Oscar, Fallon, Oscar. We hear you. You say, you turn on your camera and you say the same thing over your Facebook drama. Nobody cares about your drama. We do because we make fun of it. But enough is enough. Leave people alone. Focus on your campaign. You never talk about your campaign. What you're going to do running for Mexico, running in California. I never heard of that before. And I don't understand why nobody else has called that out, right? Because nobody cares about your campaign. Your campaign is a joke. When are you going to start campaigning? Your primaries are in June, which is less than 4 months away. And you have not even done one campaign stop. You're a joke. You're a joke.
This video and make sure you archive it. A deported drug trafficker is going to interfere in American politics. Okay, just remember that. Keep that in mind.
Pay attention to the dogs. The dogs are telling her to shut up. The dogs, her own dogs hate her. The dogs are telling her, shut up, you liar, shut up. I speak dog. I had a couple of dogs in my life. I know when a dog is speaking. Every time she lies, they go, ah, the dogs start barking.
I've been asking them for the last 2 years to stop. I've been asking them to leave me alone. I've been asking them to put their jealousy, insecurity, and whatever else to the side. I mean, I understand, I got just as strong of a voice. I understand that, my character is pretty strong. My attitude is pretty strong. My vision is pretty wide. And we're really not that different, and I speak 2 languages, and America is now.
And I speak 2 languages. You're special because you speak 2 languages? A lot of people speak 2 languages. You're not special. You know what? Somebody has to tell her, you're not special. You're not special. You're an overweight, middle-aged Mexican woman with no kids. You're not special.
Flooded with Spanish-speaking voters. I get all that. I see. I know what you see. I see it too. A lot of people see it too. But your insecurities, your greed, your jealousy, whatever it is that you have is not my business. It's not my.
Yes, it is your business. You keep talking about it like it's your business. All you do is talk about Oscar. Every time Oscar goes on the news or gets invited to a press conference or something, you get jealous and you start making these videos like this.
My problem, and remember these words: a felon, a deported drug trafficker, aggravated felon is going to interfere in American politics. Just remember my words, please.
What about an overweight, middle-aged Mexican woman that looks like a pigeon that doesn't live in this country, is running for office and is seeking election? How does that sound?
I told you 2 years ago that Anthony was going to lose everything. The only reason why this felon sort of stays afloat is because he does not stop with his satanic rituals and with satanic sacrifices and everything else that he does. You guys can believe it. You can not believe it. You could whatever.
So she brags about shutting down people's account. So ladies and gentlemen, this pigeon, right? If she can, she's probably going to try to take down my pages, try to take down my stuff. And if my stuff goes down, it's because of the pigeon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just putting it out there. She is number 1 at gay ops, at reporting people, as she likes to swat people. She likes to call the FBI on people. She likes to call the cops on people. This is one evil person, ladies and gentlemen. I've been warning people about her, but for some reason, people still want to befriend her. And then when they have problems with her, oh, we should have listened to you, Legal. I've been warning people about her for the past 4 years. But everybody said Legal Latino's punching right. No, I'm warning Americans about her. But people still flew her in. People still invited her to her house, and now they have to deal with her. And I warned people about her. And everybody thought I was punching right. And I said, do not invite the devil into your house. Inviting this person into your house is inviting the devil into your house. And I say that with all sincerity. She is the devil, ladies and gentlemen. This pigeon right here, she is the devil. I've seen the devil. She is the devil. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a bit. She is freaking evil, 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 evil as they come. She is evil, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. I'm not making a joke. I am not making a bit. She is evil, ladies and gentlemen. Enough is enough with her. I'm sick. I don't even like covering her anymore. It becomes tedious. It's fun, but then it's like uncovering like evil stuff. At the beginning, it's like, wow, you're amazed, but then you got to keep watching this evil stuff, and it starts messing with you. Listening to her, it's just listening to her. I just can't a lot. I try to listen to these videos for the show, but I just can't. She repeats herself over and over and over and over again. The same garbage she says about everybody. She says the same thing about everybody. She attacks. She is a demon, man. She is El Diablo. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we played that demonic. We thought this was Pigeon, right? Remember we played that demonic person from the. I want to keep my cat away from her. Stay away. I don't want to keep my pets away from this pigeon. Stay away over there. Stay over there. No. Don't even come on the screen right now. Go over there. You're not coming on the screen right now. Not with this pigeon here. No, sorry. Stay over there, Ginger. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'll play a little bit more of this idiot while I look for this.
You could use your discernment and try to figure out how an ignorant deported drug trafficker from Tijuana, some thug, has done some of the things that he does. I could see if he was really smart. You could have a deported drug trafficker who is really smart. We have really, really smart, eloquent people, very eloquent, educated people in Mexico who could possibly have committed a crime. One of our great athletes did the same thing. He committed a crime. He trafficked drugs. But he was a very accomplished athlete, and now he's deported for life.
Do you understand her logic? So don't trust this reported drug trafficker, but like this reported drug trafficker.
Anyone in America, especially after knowing his past. Maybe before they did, okay. But again, even just the fact that he's an idiot, even the fact that he's a stupid idiot, like just that part alone. I can see him getting, the public's attention sometimes, but as far as Trump advisors and people who are millionaires and people who have been around real people, it just doesn't make sense. How does he do it? He does it with Santeria. I've been telling you guys this for a long time. That's the threats that he makes. That's when he says he's going to, the guy can't even speak and he's claiming he's going to be the next Jorge Ramos. Why does he say that? He's not going to, because at this point he messed with me and I'm exposing him and I'm making him go crazy. And that alone weakens his spirit. But why do you think I told you 2 years ago Anthony was going to lose everything? Why? Because he got close to this Santeria practicing Mexican thug. Anybody that gets close to him will end up losing everything, especially the more you have, the more that you're going to.
It's actually the other way around. Anybody that gets close to the pigeon loses everything. Stay away from this pigeon. I'm telling you, if you stay away from it, but by all means, listen, at this point, anybody that after I warned people about her. People didn't listen to me. People became my enemies. Jovi Val used to be my friend. Then she came along. She turned Jovi on me. Jovi and I started fighting when she came along. Hareem and I used to be friends. Then she came along, and then she had me and Hareem fight it out. She comes into groups and has the guys fight it out, and she thinks it's because of her and jealousy. I warn people about her. This is what she does. She's an infiltrator. She has her charm, right? Like one of those girls we just showed you in Figueroa Street. She knows to come up to you and like, hey, do you want to have a good time? She knows how to do that. She knows how to take off your pants and she knows how to take your money. She knows how to do that. She's a professional at that. She knows how to take your money and give you a good time. She's a professional at that. I wonder where she learned that from, right? She's always bragging that she always went to Playboy Mansion parties. What do females do at Playboy Mansion parties? What is the purpose of a female like her at the Playboy Mansion? Unless she's the one cleaning the toilets, right? Or the maid, right? Because you say you're not the maid, right?
to lose. And I'm just letting you know now that these people are giving me way too much importance. If I wasn't pushing their buttons, if I wasn't exposing something, they wouldn't care at all. They wouldn't give me the time of day.
Nobody will give you the time of day, but the problem is you're running for Congress. Us here in America don't want pigeons like you in Congress. We have AOC already. We don't need another all-out crazy Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. We don't need you, pigeon. We don't want you in Congress. This is why I'm doing my civic duties as an American, as a legal Latino. We do not want you running for office. We don't need you in office. But if you think you're going to run for office, run your campaign. But you know why you don't run your campaign? Because you don't have a team. You don't have friends. All you do is spend your time attacking. You hadn't even attacked your political candidates. You can't even run a campaign. Do you even have a campaign manager? Do you have a social media manager? You have no friends. You have nobody. You're a loser, pigeon. You are the definition of a loser, an overweight, middle-aged Mexican woman with no kids. You should have had a family by now. You should be caring for your kids. You should be having a nice family with a dog and taking care of your kids. That's what you should be doing. That's what a woman your age should be doing right now, taking care of her kids and perhaps grandkids by now. But no, you just want to attack other mothers. You want to attack Americans. You want to attack journalists. That's all you do. That's all you do. You're jealous. You're envious. You attack mothers with their daughters. You attack people with families. You attack people with jobs. You shame people. You shame people for having jobs. You think you're better. You think you're better than every Mexican because you speak bilingual. You're not special, pigeon. You're not special. You're an overweight, middle-aged Mexican woman with no kids. You're not special.
Obviously, they're afraid of something, but I did ask them 2 years ago to leave me alone. Baldy asked them 2 years ago to leave him alone.
Who is this Baldy, ladies and gentlemen? Who is this Baldy she keeps talking about? Who is this Baldy guy?
I bought her. You did. They keep bringing up a record of you where you were found innocent, and that's the bottom line. You were found innocent of some disgusting false crime.
She could smell fear. Look at that. She could smell anything, man. She could smell tamales from a mile away.
Baldy, I get it. And anyway, I think it's funny that that this guy is dedicating. I mean, you know what's really funny too? That he's got a whole team behind him. He's got an entire team behind him. I mean, he's got tamales, he's got this one, he's got that one. They're making videos for him. They're, producing content. They are editing, they are adding, they are, captions and voiceovers. I mean, why didn't you go live at the Chaparral? Why?
See, so she hates those videos that his team. Look, Oscar has a team. Is Oscar running for office? And Oscar has a team. So she talks about the videos that bother her. Which is the videos that bother her? Oh, I think it's probably this one. I think it's this one. Let me see. I don't know. There's so many videos I got to upload it. I haven't even watched them all. I just got to. I think it's this one. Let me see.
I didn't make that video. You did. You made that video that was used in court for the judge today. She lost her case with her own words. Hear her words.
Going through years of trauma and not knowing what the hell had happened to me. So when you hear me about stalking a criminal and laughing about it, thank God I was laughing about it and didn't have a knife in my hand and wanting to kill that person for what she did to me.
What?
Trust me, when I see that woman on Sunset, I could have done a lot more than stalk her.
Hear her words.
Going through years of trauma and not knowing what the hell had happened to me. So when you hear me about stalking a criminal and laughing about it, thank God I was laughing about it and didn't have a knife in my hand and wanting to kill that person for what she did to me. Trust me, when I see that woman on Sunset, I could have done a lot more than stalk her.
This is your congressional candidate, ladies and gentlemen. That is the person running for office. right? She's the one that likes to call people crazy, unhinged, right? This is what she does. She blackmails men also.
Are you gonna marry me? Are you gonna leave your wife? Are you gonna marry me? Are you gonna leave your wife? Are you gonna marry me? Are you gonna leave your wife? And if you don't marry me, I'm gonna text your dad with really people make bad videos that I took while you were sleeping.
Do you hear her immaturity? Do you hear her taking pictures of men while they're sleeping and sharing them?
That they'll be there for life. The internet will never forget, and it didn't come from a movie. And people make bad videos that they'll be there for life. The internet will never forget, and it didn't come from a movie. And it's not fictional. You made it. It came from your own mouth.
So right here, she's running for Congress, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of you that don't believe me, thank you, Wang. Thank you for the $5. I got it through PayPal. Thank you for the coffee, Wang. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, you can see she's running for office. Republican Party, Pigeon Zuniga, Republican Party. She is representing the Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want her representing the Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen? This is who's going to go up there and say, I am a Republican. I am for Trump. So do you want to associate yourself with Trump? And she associates herself with Trump. I distance myself alone Twitch. I don't talk about Trump, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. People like the Pigeon have made Trump cringy with the like she goes around and says, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm the true Trump supporter. I use his name. She puts her chest out like a pigeon. I'm the Trump supporter. I'm the best one. Disgusting.
They literally accuse me of not being able to vote in the state of California when I'm a U.S. citizen and a California resident. At the time of the election, I'm not anymore. U.S. citizen and a California resident. At the time of the election, I'm not anymore. It has its pros and cons living in Mexico. I live happy here in Mexico, and at the same time support America and do all the things that I do. I live happy here.
So how is this middle-aged Mexican woman that lives in Mexico is running for office in the United States of America? How is that even possible, ladies and gentlemen? How is that even possible? Yes, I know Joe Biden is president. Yes, I know inflation is high, crime is high. Now we having pigeons invading Congress, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk about an invasion? Do we want a pigeon like this in Congress, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Republican Party, right? Could you imagine this person in Washington, D.C. going up on stage with her sombrero, right? I think we have a picture of her on stage. Like, could you imagine her? Like, she's like, we talked about her being just like Kamala Harris.
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Right, and this is how she likes to speak about people.
I've been taunting these people. It's so funny because last week I was on that side.
All right, and some people.
I've been trying to connect with you for the past month and a half. I know you had an issue with a crazy woman, and I really don't want to talk about the crazy woman because the crazy woman is not important here. What's important is what Oscar Blue is reporting on,
never forget,
and what you've been exposing the world to.
So I just found. Let's go over this video right here. No filters, ladies and gentlemen. No filters. As you can see here, no filters. We're going to head into Mustache City. For those of you that say, oh, wow, she's young, she's pretty, she could. No filters, ladies and gentlemen, no filters.
Obviously, but for me, anyway, I get told.
Look how dirty those sunglasses are. Like, did you just drive through a? Did you like? Don't you clean your sunglasses? How can you see through those? Look at the smudges on the front of the sunglasses.
I get warned about what people are going to do.
And she's always wearing like a bubble coat. Is she in Alaska or is she in Mexico? Always wearing a coat. Isn't Mexico hot? I never seen a Mexican wear a bubble coat all the time. She's always wearing like this North Face. Even in the summer, she's wearing a North Face. It's unbelievable, man.
And so anyway, today I have a very, 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 very challenging day. Okay. With my dogs, obviously, because obviously that became the issue right now to try to stop me from doing what I'm supposed to be doing and moving on and whatever else. So I have a very, very challenging day today. And as you know, I always try to take everything in the best way possible. I try not to, I mean, obviously things can be stressful because they can be. But remember that in the end, we're only gonna have our bodies left, okay? We're only gonna have our organs left. I mean, if our organs fail, we fail, okay? So don't ever let hate, evil, as while I'm dealing with everything else, is this whole picking your butt for fake news phrase. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do, and it's not gonna be an easy day, but I gotta tell you, whoever posted that comment, I forget her name right now. I got to go back and look at this phrase of picking your butt for fake news. Cause problems for me. But laughing, I'll tell you what it will do. It will get me through this better. Okay. It will get me through this. At the end, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Whatever I got to do, I got to do. Whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to do. But I will have done it without any any damage to my body, to my organs, to myself, which is ultimately what they want. Okay. So thank you so much for that person who put out this phrase of picking your butt for fake news, referring to Oscar. You're not only right on, it's so funny. Thank you so much.
So she's always making videos on Oscar. I think these videos were posted yesterday or the day before. I don't know. I just saw them today, and I was like, "Wow, there's a lot of pigeon videos today." Just a little bit of these. We're not gonna. I just want to play another one.
I have right now. I think 50.
There's one that I was. Okay, this one. This one's a long one, but the beginning is.
Hey guys, good morning to all of you. The title of my video is "Más rápido," which means faster. In Spanish, I put that out there. I can, sleep better and move on. And if you want to call it drama page, but I really think this is so funny. And eventually this will be exposed at a level that, I mean, it already has, at some point, things have already been exposed on MSNBC, platforms with a couple million followers. Obviously, they hit me too. But, they hit me on trying to stop illegal immigration and, utopia or whatever. And behavior do align with my behavior, which was to stop illegal immigration. I'm against it. I'm sorry. I'm against it because I know the damage that it's caused to. Sad to see how permeable American politics on this.
Do you see when she tries to talk about politics, ladies and gentlemen? She makes no sense. I got to skip around this stuff. When she tries to speak about politics, when she tries to speak about policies, when she tries to speak about what's going on in America, she doesn't know. She doesn't live in America. How can she speak for the American people if she doesn't even live in America? I do not understand this. Is she paying the same gas prices as us? Is she paying the same taxes as us? Has she paid any taxes lately for the United States of America? So how is this person that doesn't live in this? If you're watching me, right? Because the pigeon probably sent some people over here to watch. This is an honest question. This is not bashing. We're just calling what we see on the screen. I play videos so people can see with their own eyes. I don't just sit here and talk for 48 minutes like this pigeon does. Look, 48 minutes of watching her face, her nostrils. This is what she does for her audience. All she does is talking to the camera. Look, I'm gonna mute it. And that's all she does is just talking to the camera for 48 minutes. This is the content that she provides to her audience, right? Her nostrils, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, she's trying to be like Kirsten. This is her trying to do a morning show. She tries to do a morning show. Now she probably knows that I do a morning show. She's probably going to try. She probably goes live right after me. But look at her videos. All she does is talk about her nostrils. All you see is her nostrils. This is her trying to be a reporter here, trying to be a journalist, trying to dress up in her quinceañera outfit, right? She wears the same dress when she goes to the quinceañeras or New Year's Day, the same outfit, same boots, and same poofy jacket.
Oscar's buddies in New Jersey went on a show, claimed she had given me thousands of dollars. When I asked for the receipts, obviously she didn't have them because they weren't true. I posted our conversations and we never heard from her again, only through fake accounts. And that's pretty much it. So let me know, Carol, and we'll wait, okay? And then Lynette refers to Will, or, you know, if he was any kind of a man, he wouldn't use the name of someone he dislikes. And damn sure he wouldn't use Biden because the page has the Biden name on it, because she's clearly a conservative. Picking your butt for more fake news. That's the one that really made me laugh. Picking your butt for more fake news. Exactly. That is what Oscar does on a daily basis. He picks his butt for more news. Okay. Let's not pick our butts for news. We should make it.
She reminds me of Beto O'Rourke. Like, she's so corny. She's cringe. She's going to take that little slang and make it her campaign. Don't pick your butt for news. You're a middle-aged, overweight Mexican woman with no kids. Face it. You should have been more professional in your campaign. Hell, perhaps we probably would have been helping you on, right? Defeat that Democrat. But you're so unlikable. You're so hateable that we're rooting for the Democrat. I don't even care. I don't even know who the hell in the GOP is running against you. I don't know. But none of your opponents, because I don't even think your opponents know who the hell you are. They don't even know that you're running. Nobody even knows that you're running for office. I don't think nobody really knows you're running for Congress. All they know you by, this is all people know you by as.
I've been trying to connect with you for the past month and a half. I know you had an issue with a crazy woman.
See, that's respected journalist. That's what they call you. That's what we see you as, pigeon.
A t-shirt with that, picking his butt for fake news. That's exactly.
And then she laughs at somebody else's joke. Now she makes it hers, and now she laughs to herself. Oh, that is so funny, huh? Now she's gonna be laughing uncontrollably like Kamala Harris. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, she is AOC all out crazy. Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris rolled up into one burrito, and you get this tamale over here. She looks like a tamale. What the hell is a tamale? No, actually, the tamales are small, right? She's like a burrito. She's like a big burrito. She's like a giant burrito, right? You want a giant pigeon burrito? This is what you get, a pigeon burrito. See, Beto says he's not going to take your guns now. Yeah, I heard about that. 50 Shades of Crazy. 50 Pigeons of Crazy. Get your Crazy Woman t-shirts at BNN, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Is Daywave live today? Or if you guys want me to keep going on this pigeon, I'll go on for another 5-10 minutes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like. Let's see. If you guys could get me up to 40 viewers, I'll keep going on with the pigeon. As long as the viewership stays above 33 or 30, I'll continue with the pigeon. Once it starts going down to the 30 mark, I'm being honest with you guys. I'm going to do some overtime right now. All right. Since it's Friday, I'm most likely not. Super Bowl is Sunday. So let's laugh a little bit.
Exactly what it does. He picks his butt for more.
Let me not be serious anymore, ladies. Let me unbuckle this butt. Oh, joke time.
news, whether they're real or not. But I mean, we've got real journalists out there. We really do. We've got real journalists out there who are actually trained to bring people news, properly, eloquently, and whatever. I mean, you could have a little bit of software here and there. You could edit videos, you could whatever do. But the bottom line is that the meat itself, the content itself.
I hope that's not true. Get well soon, Royce. Get well soon, Royce.
Just sucks. It really does. I mean, there's nothing.
It's getting sunny out here.
That's why he tries to, the accent.
Shut up, Pigeon. Shut up.
It's enough to get me to the boiling point.
There we go. We're at the
to
boiling
make it
point.
Stronger, whatever else. Why? Because because it makes him sound like a novelty. Then on this video, I have to play this video for you. Oh my God, he goes into detail to congratulate Anthony and his big platform. Oh my God, listen to this. Grow and grow, man. This is what I'm telling you. Life is so.
I'm sorry for the boomers watching me right now, but she is such a boomer. You can get StreamYards for free, boomer.
Predictable. This is so sad. He goes into detail.
She's still doing videos like it's Facebook 2016 with the phone in the hand. I used to make videos like this. Then, the competition rise. We got to get better microphones, better cameras, better equipment to put on a show. This pigeon lives on the past. She lives on her past fame. She keeps bringing up she's been famous for 30 million viewers. She's gone viral 80 million times. People around the world know her. She puts that in her mind, her fantasy mind.
He goes into detail about Anthony and what, how accomplished he is and his big platform and how he's this was a year ago. So he goes into detail about Anthony taking a picture with Will Johnson and with Ben Bergquam and with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then he says, because he's boasting about how now Marjorie has made it to Congress and Anthony is right there with the other two buddies standing next to her and taking pictures, right? Just so all of them have worked together for years. And so, he's like, yeah, this is what happens when you work hard and now, he's basically bragging about Marjorie being in Congress, right? Which I don't know what he has to brag about because it's not his accomplishment or whatever. But he goes, he's like, yeah, man, while everybody else is focusing on drama, we just keep on working, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but all that time you spent producing videos of me for 30 months, can you imagine all the things you losers could have done, really done? I mean, I know you've.
See, what she doesn't understand is, I don't know who's making all these videos, and they're just pumping these videos out. There's a lot of people that don't like you. There's a group of people, I don't know, in the millions and millions. If people get to, people do not like you. Mexicans don't like you. People in Tijuana don't like you. You're not liked. You've been kicked out of over 109 countries, groups, and cities. Nobody likes you, Pigeon. Your own family doesn't like you. Your own dogs don't like you. Your cats hate you. Your dogs hate you. I think your dogs commit suicide just so they don't have to live in your presence anymore. They're like, oh no, don't get captured. A dog rather be in the middle of the street dying than be taken in by you. You're a horrible, evil human being. And dogs know that. And they probably just commit suicide. And just like, they don't want to be around you anymore. That's why you had 75 dogs. Now you have 30 dogs So what happened to the 40 dogs in the past year? What have you been doing with all those dogs that die? You pick up dogs and they die in your care. What do you do with those dogs? Do you really use that money you raised for the dogs? And if you did, why are the dogs dying? Why doesn't the dogs have a better place to live than the cats? If you're really doing this dog shelter. So what do you really do? All you do is talk about other people. What do you really do, Pigeon? Seriously, what do you do? Instead of making these 48-minute long videos 5 times a day, you talk about other people making videos. You're the one making videos. You know what Oscar is doing? Oscar is working. Oscar is on national television every day. Oscar is on Fox News. Oscar, it's on, what's the other channel? Newsmax. Oscar is on Breitbart. So she gets jealous over that. This is what pushes her off the edge. She's like, it should be me. It should be me. Not Oscar. Not Oscar. It should be me. It should be. This is all jealousy, ladies and gentlemen. Someone from Tijuana who's not even a U.S. citizen, right? That's what she keeps bringing that up. He's a deported drug trafficker. So if he's a deported drug trafficker, guess what, Pigeon? He turned his life around. Oscar made a mistake. Many of us made mistakes. I've made mistakes in the past. But you know what? We turn our life around because that's us, what men do. We turn our life around. I got locked up in LA for doing this campaigning stuff. No judges, no scene. I got out and I learned my lesson. Oscar learned his lesson. Sometimes we get locked up for a reason, like Jonah and the whale. God sends a message for us to like calm down. Stop doing this. You're in the wrong path. Sometimes we probably do need to go to jail and we learn a lesson. So a person is bad because they've been to jail once. Well, with the crime. But if you see them turn their life around, are you going to knock down their turnaround? Are you going to knock down their hustle? Somebody that actually escaped from jail, not escaped, sorry, I take that back. Somebody that got out of jail, he's actually working on their own business, being a journalist, and you want to knock down that hustle? What is wrong with you? That's how you know your mentality is not there. Instead of celebrating that man, celebrating for turning his life around. Now he's on the news nightly. He turned himself around. But what you do out of jealousy, you knock him. You knock his success. He turned it around. What have you done, right? You're not a felon. You got dual residence. What have you done? You got nothing to show for it but a pile of dirt and a dog shelter where your dogs die. That's all you got to show for it. You don't have kids. You don't have grandkids. You don't have nothing. Once you're gone, you're gone. There's nothing left. You have nothing. And all these funny videos you've made. So listen, Pigeon, you can keep attacking people or you can focus on your campaign and focus on your life. I'll say this. This will probably be my last Pigeon video. If the Pigeon will stop attacking other people. If the Pigeon, I don't want her to stop making videos. I want you to keep making videos. Please keep making videos, Pigeon. But make it about your campaign. Talk about policies. But you know something? You can't. You can't talk about policies. You cannot talk about social issues. You cannot talk about current events because you don't have the mentality. You don't have the capacity. And you don't have the maturity to do it. All you can do is attack people like this is high school. Like you're 18 years old again. Look at Jimena Sanchez. She's married. She's successful. She moved out of Mexico. All right. I don't know where the hell she's living in America. I think she's with her husband. All the people that you have attacked have succeeded in life. You know what? You know how they succeed in life is by ignoring you. And making these Pigeon videos, ladies and gentlemen, these are very tedious videos because watching her is like watching the devil. And you get tired of watching the devil. It's repeating over and over and over again. But that's what she thinks about her audience. She thinks her audience is low IQ. I don't know if honestly, at this point, if you still support the pigeon, I have to question your IQ. Your IQ has to be in the low. You have to have them very, very low IQ if you believe that this pigeon is sane. Thank you, Mysterious. Thank you for speaking up for the victim. Like I said, man, I'll say this, man. Some of her victims, a few of her victims have messaged me, and I'm not making this up. They have messaged me, her victims, and I say this: the only thing, because what I'm doing is we're discussing a congressional candidate. She's a congressional candidate for the United States Congress, ladies and gentlemen. So she's a public figure. Right now, I'm speaking on the behalf of the American people and the constituents of the 36th congressional district. I'm letting the people of the 36th congressional district, I'm letting them know who is this person on their ballot. Thank you, Mysterious. Appreciate that.
Collected a lot of money from people and whatever else, but at the end of the day, as Lynette said, all you're doing is picking your butt for fake news. You know, picking your butt for.
How many times you got to repeat that? Like you just learned that today.
And with this censorship to hit on.
Oh, bro, you got 120,000 followers. Well, just so you know, those 120,000 followers no longer exist because Facebook, with a click of a button, deleted him, canceled him, and every other.
See how she is with canceling other people. She likes to shut down her people that talk about her, the people that expose her. Right? I don't like to use the same word she uses. Like she has really limited my vocabulary. I don't want to sound like her.
Other aspect of his life while they were at it. So hold on.
120,000.
Woo!
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So I want to say to my partner, Real Anthony and Widow, congratulations, bro. Let's keep punishing these
How's that going, by the way, Anthony? Oh my God.
liberals, man. Keep punishing these liberals, man. That's what we got to do. Keep punishing all these.
Keep punishing this liberals. This liberals. This guy doesn't understand the difference between.
So, Oscar was on American Voice News and Wendy Bell Radio. Oscar is getting invited to interviews and she's not. You think her phone rings for an interview? Every time the phone rings, hello, CNN? Oh, it's the water bill. I owe money. Ding, ding, ding. Hey, Telemundo? Oh, it's the electric bill. They want me to pay their bill. Oh, Fox News? No, it's the rent. The rent is due. So every time her phone rings, is a bill collector. She thinks the media is lining up. You know what she does, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody told me this. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if this is true. Apparently, the way the pigeon gets interviews is she goes to the news office and knocks on their doors for an interview. She begs to be interviewed. Somebody told me, I think she drove to like LA for an interview, and we're still waiting for that interview. She's always saying she does interviews, and we never see these interviews. So I don't know. She's a congressional candidate. You would think she'd be running the scenes, and like Omar Navarro. Remember when Omar Navarro was running? He was on TV like every day. He was on Fox News. He was a GOP darling. You would think, right? She's so famous, right? 30 million followers. You would think she would be even invited on Newsmax. She's not even invited for interviews by other YouTubers. The only person that ever called her for an interview passed away. So who was interviewing this pigeon? Who? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I went overtime, 15 minutes. I'm not sure if Daywave is live. Go check him out. JJ Stoner, check him out. LDG of Geeks and Joy, check him out. Revenge of the Sis. I hope Royce get well soon. Oh man, that's crazy, man. Hope get well soon. Oh, hey, good morning, Josephine Lopez. Yeah, Vax and Wax, of course. Man, I hope anybody that, I hope nobody follows this pigeon or believes this pigeon, because then I have to really, really question your IQ if you believe what this pigeon says. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. And I don't want to question anybody's IQ.
I'm vaxxed, I'm waxed, and I'm back in action.
Anybody that wants to defend the pigeon, or I just gotta question your IQ. That's it. I'm really gonna question your IQ, and it'll be sad, man. It's sad. I gotta get that clip. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna give you guys shout outs. Comment. This is the part of the show I like to give out shout outs. If it wasn't for you guys tuning in, I wouldn't be here live doing the show. I may start the show earlier next week, Monday, ladies and gentlemen, at 7. I got some commitments at 9 o'clock. I have to be somewhere at 9. So I will be starting the show earlier next week, 7 a.m. or maybe 6:30 a.m. I don't know. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to keep this momentum going. So hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the little bell. I'm going to give you guys some shout outs. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Mindy Hellbush. Shout out to Non-Con. Shout out to Samantha 1776. Shout out to Mysterious. Shout out to That's Right, Josephine Lopez. Shout out to Kimberly Gillard. Shout out to Josephine Lopez. Shout out to D Gulag. Shout out to Non-Con. Shout out to D Gulag. Shout out to Jam. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Thank you, Mysterious. Shout out to you. Thank you for the coffee. Shout out to Lou and Petty. Shout out to Kimberly Gillard. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Shout out to Jan. Shout out to Chihuahua Mama. Shout out to Jan. Shout out to Lou and Petty. Shout out to Jan. Shout out to Super Spur. Shout out to Dan King. Sometimes it gets kind of hot. Shout out to D Gulag. Shout out to Super Spur. Shout out to Jan. Shout out to Chihuahua Mama. Shout out to Thirsty Drunk. Shout out to Lou and Petty. Shout out to Kimberly Gillard. Shout out to CK Benzona. Shout out to D Gulag. Shout out to Chihuahua Mama. Shout out to Mr. Dax. Get well soon, Royce. Shout out to Royce. Get well soon. Shout out to Samantha 1776. Shout out to Rocket Man, Rocky Matrix. Shout out to Mysterious. Shout out to Jan. Who else is in the chat? Who else? Shout out to Danny Real Jr. Shout out to Swally Lamosa. Shout out to Daryl Levin. Shout out to Irana C. Down at the Man Cave. Sometimes it gets kind of hot. Shout out to Shake Sims. Shout out to Lou and Petty. Shout out to Tamale Harris. Shout out to Dennis Rice. Shout out to Kimberly Gillard. Shout out to Lucky Larry. Shout out to Rocket Man, Rocky Matrix. Shout out to Steve MXO. Shout out to Hobo Chili Recipe. Shout out to Lou and Petty, CK Benzona, Hobo Chili Recipe. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to Lucky Larry. Shout out to Nookie Nish. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hey, at the Man Cave. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. A real man. Shout out to Dennis Rice. Last call. Happy Valentine's weekend, everybody. That's right. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Shout out to Kimberly Gillard. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Rational Time. Shout out to the lovely assistant. Shout out to LDG of Geeks and Joy. Shout out to Mr. Crypto. Shout out to Meet the Mets. Shout out to Cousins. Shout out to Original Birds. Who else is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? The Man Cave. Last call. Shout out to Samantha 1776. Shout out to Andrew Audio. Shout out to Julio Esparza. Shout out to Blues Dolls. Shout out to Andrew Audio. Shout out to Roots Calhoun. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to T-Moose. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Did I get everybody? I hope so. LDG of Geeks and Joy. The Lobrari Show. Winning TV. Go check out Daywave. Hope Daywave's live. Get well soon, Royce. Ladies and gentlemen, catch you guys again live on Monday. I'll be back 7 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. I'll try to be on 7 a.m. any breaking news, I'll be live again. So hit the little bell button notification, and I'll be live with any breaking news. Take care, everybody. Have a great Super Bowl weekend, Valentine's Day weekend. Take care, everybody. Have a great Friday.